Hey everyone, welcome back to Narrative English. If you enjoy improving your English through powerful stories that also leave you thinking long after they end, then you're exactly where you need to be. Because stories make English feel natural. We don't just memorize vocabulary, we experience it. We imagine the places. We understand the emotions. And without even realizing it, we become better English speakers one story at a time. Today's story is about something almost everyone believes at some point in life. That somewhere, someone has found a shortcut. A shortcut to success, a shortcut to happiness, a shortcut to getting everything they want. But one young man would soon discover a truth that changed the rest of his life. Nothing is ever truly free. Imagine you're walking home after another exhausting day. Your wallet is almost empty. Your dreams feel farther away than ever. Then a stranger walks toward you. He smiles. He hands you a small black envelope. Inside is exactly $100,000. No contract, no questions, no explanation. Only one sentence. It's yours. What would you do? Would you accept it? Or would you ask yourself the one question that almost nobody asks? What will this really cost me? Most people would celebrate. One young man did too, until he realized that the most expensive things in life sometimes arrive wearing the disguise of a gift. Stay with me until the very end, because this isn't just the story of a young man who received something for free. It's the story of the hidden price behind every shortcut. As you follow his journey, you'll naturally improve your English through simple vocabulary, useful expressions, and real conversations. But more importantly, you'll discover one lesson that many people don't learn until it's too late. A lesson that changes the way they think about money, about success, about opportunity, and even about themselves. By the end of this story, you may never look at the word free the same way again. People often believe that life rewards the smartest people, or the richest, or the luckiest. Others believe success belongs to those who simply work harder than everyone else. But life is rarely that simple. Sometimes a single decision matters more than years of effort. Sometimes accepting one easy opportunity creates years of hidden problems. And sometimes the greatest gift anyone can receive isn't something they gain, it's something they refuse. This is the story of Ethan, a young man who spent years searching for an easier life, until one unexpected meeting forced him to ask a question that would change everything. What if every free gift has a hidden price? At first, he laughed at the idea. A few months later, he wished he had listened sooner. Ethan wasn't lazy. Every morning before sunrise, he worked at a small grocery store. The work was hard. The pay was small. Every evening, he walked past expensive cafes and luxury cars. Large billboards promised easy success, earn money fast, change your life. He often wondered, why does life seem easier for everyone else? One evening, an elderly street cleaner smiled at him. He quietly said, "The easiest road usually asks for the highest payment." Ethan smiled politely. He thanked the old man and kept walking. He didn't know those words would soon change his life. A few days later, a luxury black car stopped beside Ethan. A well-dressed businessman stepped out. He handed Ethan a thick envelope. Inside was more money than Ethan had ever seen. Ethan looked shocked. "What do I have to do?" The man smiled. "Nothing. It's a gift. No contract, no explanation, no work." Everything felt unbelievable. As Ethan walked home, he couldn't stop smiling. For the first time, he believed luck had finally found him. That night, Ethan showed the money to his mother. She didn't smile. She became quiet. "Do you know this man?" "No." She looked at the envelope again. "My father always said, if someone gives you something for nothing, be careful. They may already know what they're taking." Ethan laughed softly. "Mom, maybe this is finally my chance." She didn't argue. The next morning, Ethan accepted the offer without asking another question. life changed quickly. Old bills disappeared. New clothes replaced old ones. His younger brother finally got the bicycle he always wanted. Friends suddenly wanted to see him. Everything felt easy. One afternoon, Ethan saw the elderly street cleaner again. The old man smiled. Nothing stays free forever. Ethan laughed. Why did everyone keep warning him? For the first time in years, life finally felt fair. Or so he believed. About a month later, the businessman called. I need one small favor. Deliver this package. Don't ask questions. Don't open it. Ethan agreed immediately. The job took only a few minutes. Another payment arrived. Even bigger than before. The next morning, he quit his grocery store job. As he walked away, the elderly street cleaner quietly whispered, "The cage door always opens before it closes." Ethan never heard him. The jobs continued. Deliver a package, meet someone, collect an envelope. Each task brought more money, a better apartment, a new car, a better life. But Ethan stopped sleeping well. Every phone call made him nervous. One evening, his younger brother asked, "What do you actually do?" Ethan opened his mouth, then stopped. He didn't know the answer himself. He had gained comfort, but he was slowly losing peace. One sleepless night, Ethan met the elderly street cleaner in the park. "I have one question," Ethan said. "How did you know?" The old man picked up a small stone. "Carry this. It's light. Carry it all day. It becomes heavy." Then he smiled. "Nothing stays free. Everything asks for payment. If not today, then tomorrow." For the first time, Ethan understood. The businessman offered one final job, the biggest payment yet. Ethan arrived at a quiet family home. Children's bicycles stood outside. Something felt wrong. He looked at the envelope, then remembered his mother, the old man, his old life. He finally understood the real price. It wasn't money, it was himself. Without another thought, he turned around and walked away. The businessman never called again. The expensive apartment disappeared. The new car was gone. Even many friends disappeared. A few weeks later, Ethan returned to the grocery store. His old manager smiled. "We still have your job." The work was hard again, but every night, Ethan slept peacefully. For the first time in months, he felt free. One afternoon, Ethan met the old man again. "You were right," he said. The old man smiled. "No, you discovered it yourself. The things worth having always cost something. Time, discipline, courage, patience." Ethan looked at the busy city. People were still chasing shortcuts, but not him. Now he understood. Nothing in life is ever truly free. The greatest lesson in Ethan's story wasn't that money is dangerous. Money wasn't the problem. The shortcut was. Every free gift had quietly asked for something in return. Sometimes it asked for honesty, sometimes for peace of mind, sometimes for relationships, sometimes for character. Life always gives us a choice. Pay now with effort or pay later with regret. And almost always, the second payment is much more expensive. Let's remember the lessons from Ethan's journey. He believed success could arrive without effort. He accepted something that looked like a gift, but every easy reward carried a hidden responsibility. He slowly lost his peace while gaining comfort. Only when he chose honesty over easy money did he finally become free again. Because the most valuable things in life, trust, wisdom, confidence, and meaningful success can never be received without paying the right price. If Ethan's story made you think differently about success, start by asking yourself one simple question today. What in my life looks free, but is actually costing me something? Maybe it's your time. Maybe it's endless scrolling on your phone. Maybe it's avoiding difficult work. Or maybe it's waiting for the perfect moment instead of starting today. Real growth begins when we stop looking for shortcuts. And remember, every small effort you make today is an investment in the person you'll become tomorrow. Ethan discovered that nothing in life is truly free. But his journey doesn't end here, because in our next story, we'll meet someone who believed the opposite. A young man who thought hard work was everything. until one unexpected event taught him that working harder isn't always the same as working wiser. Sometimes the biggest obstacle standing between you and success isn't laziness, it's doing the right thing the wrong way. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and remember, every powerful story begins with one honest decision.